Welcome to Excel Maths, and we're going to be talking about the topic that's expanding brackets. So let's talk about what different types of questions do we get in here. This is the topic for foundation as well as higher. So the first type we get where you have a number outside the bracket. So type 1 says, say for example, if it's 2 outside the bracket, x plus 5. Type 2 says when you have a variable outside the bracket. So x 2x minus 3. If I say the third type could be when you have a variable and constant term, say for example together. If I say 5x, 3x minus 1. The fourth type comes when you have a variable with some power. Over here, the variable is just x, correct? So if I say x squared outside the bracket and inside you have x minus 2 or maybe 2x minus 2, anything. The fifth type we can get when we take the constant and the variable together outside. Say for example 5x squared outside the bracket, 2x minus 8. Okay, so these are the types we get, types of questions we get. So let's start discussing each type one by one. So the first type, type 1. Okay, so the first type, when we have a number outside the bracket 2, 3x plus 6. Okay, so what do we have outside? This is the outside number, which is a common product of both the terms. How do we know how many terms are there? Terms are connected by operators like plus or minus. So we have two things connected by one plus sign, one plus sign can connect two terms. So we have 3x and 6. So this 2 times 3x and then the same 2 times 6. So it comes like 2 outside the bracket, or maybe like 2 times 3x plus 2 times 6. So 2 times 3x gives you, just whenever we have something like this, we're going to be multiplying numbers. So 6x plus 6 times 2 is 12. And that's where your answer is. We will discuss here type 2, where a variable is outside the bracket. Say for example x, 3x minus 5. Okay, so you have x outside, the common product, times it by 3x, then the 5. So it will be x outside the bracket, 3x multiplies with 3x first, minus x times 5. Let's further solve it. So 3, over here you don't have a number but a variable. So the variable and a variable is going to be multiplying. So x times x, what's that? It's, okay, tell me whether it's 2x. I'm giving you two options. Is it 2x or x squared? What's that? It is 2x. Not at all. It is x squared. Yes, it's x squared. So don't get confused with 2x. Most of the students make these mistakes, especially the foundation one, and this content is actually focusing foundation more. The start of higher. Higher has everything which is there in foundation, no? So 3x squared minus 5 times x is just a 5x. Perfect. Let's move to type 3. Type 3 is where you are having a variable and a constant together. Say for example 2x outside, 6x minus 3. Okay, so we will have this 2x multiplying with 6x and then exactly the same concept is the same, whatever the thing is. So we're going to be writing 2x that multiplies with 6x, take away 2x times 3. The way I'm writing, if you really go with that, it helps a lot. It won't let you really struggle anyway. Let's have a quick connect here. So it is 2x times it by 6x. How do we solve these type of questions? Because it's a bracket, that means everything is multiplying. Are you clear? We don't have any other operator like symbol here, plus, minus, nothing. We just have a bracket there, that means multiply. So it's 2 times x times 6 times x. So we will take the numbers together and variables together. So we can say 2 times 6 times x times x. Okay, what's 2 times 6? That's 12. X times x, we just discussed, that is x squared. So that's going to be 12x squared, and 2x times 3, so the number times number, minus 6x. So that's what your answer is. Coming to the next type, type 4, where we have question like this: 5x squared outside the bracket and maybe 3x minus 4. How about these type of questions? Again, do the same thing, first and the second curly arrow. So the 5x squared will multiply with 3x first, then the 5x squared is going to be multiplying to 4. Simple. Quick connect here. Let's see how do we multiply 5x squared times 3x. Again, we just discussed, no? So 5 times 3 and a variable times variable. So 5 times 3 times x squared times x. So 5 times 3 gives us 15. But what about x squared times x? Yeah, over here also we get a lot of students making mistakes. So what are you going to do? X squared and one more x there, no? So its power is nothing but 1. So when it's going to be x cubed, x squared times x will be x cubed. How do we get that? The powers add. You know, indices rule, when you have same basis, powers add. So x squared times x, that gives you x cubed. So it will be 15x cubed. 5x squared times 4, again the number times number. So minus 20x squared. Perfect. Let's move to the next type. Type 5, I guess. Type 5 is what's left. I think almost everything is done. Let me just check quickly. So type 1 we discussed, type 2 we discussed, type 3 we discussed, type 4 we discussed. Okay, we are taking the number with the variable. Okay, let's discuss this type as well. So say for example, if you're getting 2x squared outside the bracket and inside the bracket, say for example, if it's 5x cubed minus 4. Even you could get 3 terms, 4 terms, like any number of terms there. So how to solve these type of questions? Again, the curly arrow, 2x squared will multiply to the first term and then to the second term. How about writing x here this time? Right? Okay. So what will happen? Your 2x squared is going to be multiplying to the 5x cubed. Then 2x squared will multiply to the 4x. So 2x squared, let's have a quick connect here. So 2x squared times 5x cubed. So what we're going to do? Again, number times a number, a variable times a variable. X squared times x cubed. So what's 5 times 2? 10. X squared times x cubed. What are we going to do? X squared and x cubed. Same variables, different powers, we're going to be adding them. So x to the power 5 we get. So here it comes 10x to the power 5 minus, okay, how about this thing? Let's try that as well. 2x squared and then we have 4x. So what's here? 2 times 4, that gives us 8. And x squared times x. So x squared times x, what that would be? When x has no number, just remember that's 1 here. Correct? So x is there. No, it's not like nothing there. X is there, that means alone, single x is there. So x times x squared plus x squared times x to the power 1, that will give you x cubed. So here we get 8x cubed. Right? Hope that makes sense. And that's all to understand for expanding single brackets.